Thomas here with Much Props, going to give you another how-to video. Today we are once again working on our armor for our full sturdy metal armor cosplay build. I have built the pauldrons, the bracer, and the chest plate, so now I'm going to move on to the legs, and I figured I would work from the bottom up now and start with the shin guards. So today we are going to build some shin guards for the sturdy metal armor cosplay from Fallout 4. Let's get to building. I took some screenshots from my game on both the character and the individual armor piece view to get an overall idea of what it should look like. I then freehanded a template to give me a base to work off of and began tracing it to this 6mm WTF from Cosplay Apprentice. It's a super sturdy, dense foam that will be really good and hold up for this shape. To make this flat piece of foam form into my leg, I need to add a little curve to it. In order to do that, we need to add a little heat to the foam with a heat gun. If you plan on making things with foam, it's a cheap piece of equipment that makes your job so much easier. You can get them for literally under 20 bucks at most home improvement stores, and no, a hairdryer will not work. They don't get hot enough. My heat gun gets up to like 1300 degrees. Assembly is pretty simple for the armor plate. I trace where the parts will go and put down a layer of contact cement on all the pieces. The red foam you see here is 2mm and the black is 4mm. All my parts on my templates always have the thickness of EVA I used in the video for each piece. Like the rest of the armor for this build, it needs some drastic aging, so all these straight edges need to be carved into to give the appearance of armor made from jagged old metal scraps. Use a sharp box cutter and slice off uneven chunks. You can also use a rotary tool or a wood burner to add in awesome battle damage. This part is not templated out. I am just making panels to secure the plate to my leg. My leg size will be different than your leg size, so it's going to have to be a custom part. There will be a short side and a long side, so I give the plate a little bit of foam to glue onto and trace the border of the edge. Then do the same on the other side. I strap it around my leg and then trim off any excess to make it fit better to my leg. Here I am adding the velcro to my straps. I add super glue to the back just to give it an extra strong bond so it doesn't rip off when I undo the velcro. I put this on before paint on these so that I could line up the strap details and the little buckles that go along with it. Two coats of Plasti Dip. Then I do a light coat of silver, black, and brown spray paint to give it an aged metal base. To pick up on all the details, I am pushing some Plat Effects acrylic paint with a little bit of water into the cracks, then wiping some of it off with a paper towel. I also go back and add some dark areas just to give it a more organic, uneven weathering and aging, accumulation of dirt. And of course, I am using the same 3-step rust paint treatment from Modern Masters. It starts with a primer layer followed by an iron coat of actual metal, and then the last step is an activating spray that starts the rusting process. I have it linked on my affiliates page in the description if you want to give it a try. Once everything dries, I go back in with the acrylic paints again and darken areas up a little bit. I also hand painted the lacing and straps on, and of course weathered them too. And we are finished. Here is the end result. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. It is really starting to come together. This is one of my first from an actual game or from something cosplays that I've ever fully built. I've built hundreds of things in the past, and this has definitely gotten me really excited about getting into the workshop and doing some stuff. So maybe you will try and build some of these Shin guards yourself and impress your friends with your ability to turn foam into rusted out pieces of fake metal. True. Maybe you'll get some.
Yay!
And inevitably, they're going to ask you, how'd you make that? And give them one of these. Tell them, much props. I could put it on, or I could just test the durability and see how well it's going to protect my shins.